we are going to begin on 289, and Alana and I will lead us in the Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ashreya Shreya Yalu Vasalam. Rise for the Kaddish, page 290. Ikadali Kadashimira, Ikarakir, Zariam, Bifafuze, the Bayapon, giving Bonapable, the Israel, Agalis, Montari, Romaine, the Shara, the Lost Nobel, Ibara, Vishama, Ibar, Vitrama, Vitase, Vitadar, Vitala, Vitalos, Medivista, Reva, Nicoverata, Shirata, Chikapata, Necamata. Damiram Yalma, Libru, we'll begin again together. Page 291. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Eloheinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor HaDorah El Yolod Kol Hasadim Tovim Ve'kodem HaKol V'Zover Kaseh Avot U'Mevi Goel Yitin V'Hem Leman Shalom Yahava Melech Kotzer Moshe Magi Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Avraham Atagi Borla Adonai B'Chayev Atarato Shia Echel Lein Chesed Mechayev Timra Aviv So Mechafim Merot Lechovim Umashira Suri Mechayev Munaso Lishe Apar Yihava Agurot Vidonela Mel Mevitus Achayev Matzia Yeshua V'Neman Atal Achayot V'Tim Baruch Atah Adonai Mekayem HaMeisim Ekadesh Simcha Palav Keshem Tumah Kishimotov Yishkemaro Kaketiv Layad V'Yetad V'Karased El Segamar Kadosh 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 Adonai Zbaot Lo Vares Yodelo Le'umatam Baruch Yomiru Baruch Kevosh Nevi'Nekomo U'Divrei Kosher Hakatu B'Mor Ador, hallelujah. Door by door and keep go let go, and that's up and something to do shut the Tanagis. If I Elohim Pinu Layam Muslim Bed, Yomel Gadol the Kadosata, Baruch Ata Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Individually on page 299, using a word on a page to compare to otherwise we continue with Edish Sana on page 300, and then followed by Elena with Solana to come out. Ikilagilas Meraba, the Algebra here today, Marcus, and I want to put a little bit of Allah for reading from me, and Ishra, Bara, the Melaya, Ibara, Vita, the Fari, Fabina say, Vita, the Vita last make the shot, they have come out of Strata, Sister Tata, and Mata, the Amir, the Allah, the real, it's got lots of the place out, but I will be smiling, real, Ganesh Swama, Mismaya, female, in love with Zoe from Honey, what's that? We have to sort of money, in love with Zoe from pretty well. The good Saturday and Plato, Papo, take you love, the good say, Rishi. Hello, We are maintaining this for the mourners and those from your side, page 302. Yikadal Ishada Shemera, Alma Ira Kirute, Yali Pafute, the High Lord, Yoga Lord, the Kaid, Bobby Israel, Alawi on Karibi, Romir, Page Tenira, Navara, Allah, El. Isara, Isaba, Isar, Isramam, Isase, Isadar, Isale, Isalas, Isabri, Ema, Ikover, Basa, Israsa, Isabasa, the Nekmasa, Tamiranda, Alma, Ibru, Amen. In Salama, Rabba, Sumaya, Aimam, Hindu, El, Israel, Ibru, Amen. Moses, from love. Moving after Shalom Aleinu, and all Israel, Hebrew, Amen. Being seated, we continue with the series of Psalms, Psalms and Shabbat, beginning on pages 11 and 12 of the first Psalm, Psalm 95. Arba'im Shalakut, Bedor, Omar, for the love, Abraham, Leadrachai, Asher Ishpati, Leapi, Kimon, Almenukati, 13 and 14. Shiru Adonai, Shir Vada, Shiru Adonai, Kohar. Shiru Adonai, Baruch Shemo, Matru Miyom, Yeshua, so Saru, Bagoyim, Nevoda, Bevo, Ami, Nikosa, Igadol Adonai, Od Adam le'echana, Ozer Tiveret Eshikasho, Ahu Ladonai Yisrael Tamim, Ahu Ladonai Kavavos, Ahu Ladonai, Yevo Shemo, Serumika, Yadinami beme shari, Yadinami beme shari. Shamayim, Betagel Haaret, Iramaya, Umo, Yava, Sadai, Kol Asher Bo, Asiranu, Kol Asayar, Ite Adonai, Iva, Iva, Mispotare, Ispote Velve, Sete, Beami, Betunato. Adonai Malachagel Haaret Yisudu Imrami Manan Arakal Sripa Sarikripa Beto. Ramabatisma Dio Bata Yelna Veno Yuda Manish Paseta Adonai Yata Adonai Bravo, Hare, Meona Veta, Alpo Elohim, Adonai Tzidura, Menator Hasitam, Miarisha Igatzime, Gavazati, Uishrelat Simba, Simbu Tzadikim Adonai, Godule Sefer Gosho. Pages 17 and 18. Before Shiru Adonai, Shir Kadati, Nifal Kata, Oshia Lo Yemino, Umutro Akoshodia, Adonai Yeshuato, Leine Agoim Gilati Kato, Zafar Kato, Emunato, Levei Israel, Ramu Aseyares, and Yeshua Eloheinu, Ariu Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Umerachim Ben Zameru, Zamru Adonai Bechigor, Bechigor Bechol Timra, Bechad Sutzrut Bechol Shofar, Ariu Diber Melech Adonai, Yiramayam Uvo, Tevel V'yosh Be'van, Be'aro Yifa'uchan, Yachad Harim Yeradeinu Lifnei Adonai Kiva, Lishmot Haaretz, Lishmot Era B'tzedek, Ve'ami B'mei Sharim. Adonai Malkeinu Amin, Yosef Rubin Adonai, Adonai Simcha Tov Ramokol Amin. It's customary to rise for Psalm 29 on page 21. Before Oh, Adonai, Almighty, Melachavohiri, Adonai, Almighty, Rahim, Oh, Adonai, Bakohaya, Oh, Adonai, Be'adar, Oh, Adonai, Shomer Aratim, Vaishaper Adonai, Edom Ze'almanon, Yarkinen, Gimoyegel, Lebanon, Vesirion, Oh, Adonai, oh, the Apolis, oh, Adonai, Yom Yahil Adonai, Mimar Kadesh, oh, Adonai, Odalaino, Bayet and Soul, Yarod, Ulei Kalod, Adonai, Namahu Yashavai, Shem Adonai, Melech Leolam, Adonai, Osei, Amoitin, Adonai, Barak, Esamo, Asamo. Seated. Page 23, the gift of Adi, 15th century poem, prepares welcome of this Shabbat. Blessed Adonai, Vikrakala, Pele Shabbat, Avila, Adonai, Vikrakala, Pele Shabbat, Avila, Shamplorita, Florbenimoreta, Ishmianu, Elanu, Adonai, Epan, Ushemor, Abashem, Multipere, Elitima, Adonai, Prakala, Ele Shabbat, Gavila, Vikrashala, Befumenel, Hagimekor, Avera, Aviroski, Esu, Hasofa, Semasatima, Adonai, Prakala, Ele Shabbat, Gavila, Mikas Melechir Eluka Kumi Sei Pito Amekara Masede Temen Hallelujah Malaikama Letadoti Vikrakala Ele Shabbat Kabela Ika Ride Apartumi Lishi Tibarani Ayan Inside Tamani Orba Amashigela Letadoti Vikrakala Ele Shabbat Kabela Itoreri Iva Ore Kumi Ori Uri Shir Taberi Kapola Manai I Lima Letadoti Vikrakala Ayulam Jesus, Shosai Beratu Kol Nebalai Yasim Talai Elai Imsos Santanalai Lekandodi Adi Kakala Useful. Tigroti le'etadonai ta'ariti ayahis le'marti le'nisletan dakilai le'etazoti ali kashkala Holiness Materet Allah, Vesika, Uvesala, Tovenune, Am Segula, Hovikala, Hovikala, Adodi, Adi, Krakala. While we're standing, we'll welcome Shabbat via candlelighting crew. It's on page 3 or 4 if you want to follow along. Page 4. One minute. You may be seated. What I want to talk about, we'll get to, but the spoiler alert to know where we're going, is think about how our actions, more importantly than what we need and what we intended, it matters how it's also received. And we learn this many places, but we learn it particularly in this week's Parsha, Parshat Pincha. How do we get there? We'll have to do a little bit of history, modern history and biblical history. But 2 weeks ago, that's modern history, we read Parshat Sukkat, history. And what happens is the end of the Parsha, the Israelites are on the precipice of entering the promised land. Problem is that between them and the land of Canaan are all of these other nations, the Moabites, the Midianites, the Amorites. So the Israelites go to the Amorites, they say, please, we pass through, we want to drink your water, we won't eat your food. And the Amorites say, no. And not only that, they go to war with the Israelites, but the good news is the Israelites win. And hearing this, there's a king of Bashan named Og, and he says, no, not good for the Israelites to win. I'm going to make more of them. It goes well for the Israelites, they win again. So, part 1. Part 2 is the neighbors, the Midianites and the Moabites, see this, they hear of the Israelites' reputation, and they say, okay, military might is not the way to go. So in last week's Parshat Balak, the king Balak, king of Moab, goes to Bilam, a prophet for hire, says, curse these people. And of course, Bilam goes to curse the Israelites 3 times, and said, blesses them 3 times, and then in a twist of irony, ends up cursing the Moabites instead. So that doesn't go well with the Moabites and the Midianites. At the end of the chapter, the Moabites and Midianites have a new strategy. Can't win militarily, can't win spiritually with a curse. So instead, what they do is they seduce the Israelites, they lead them astray through licentious acts. And indeed, they lead them through those acts to worship foreign gods, to worship idols, and God gets upset, sends a plague, and there is a plague until a guy named Pinchas, this parsha is named after him, and publicly skewers to a prince of the tribe of Shimon, Zimri, who is amidst the act, this romantic act with the daughter of one of the leaders of the Moabites, and he gets this covenant of peace. All right, so I wanted to talk about how might not only is crazy stories of okay. So the god that the Moabites worship, the Israelites call the Baal, and Baal appears throughout. Baal is the different forms and names of Baal. It means open, right? Or it means like not, but and the rabbis get quite. I will just explain it. That they say the way that one worships this idol is not through offering sacrifices and not through offering food, but rather to relieving one's bowels on or nearby the idol. And for us, disgusting and disrespectful, disgraceful, I mean, why would anybody do that? But according to our ingenious sages, this is how people would worship this idol. And one of the teachings that the rabbis say about this, as obscure and as absurd and as disgusting as it is particularly plays on our disgust from it. Because they imagine that these Israelites, right, would say, oh, what a crazy thing, right? Like, of course, this is not a respectful way to treat an idol, and we are disrespecting it, and we are degrading it, and we are doing this disgusting thing, right? But the problem is that is the way that it is worshipped. And in a way, the perception is that they are worshiping exactly how one is supposed to. So it doesn't matter, the rabbis say, that they might have intended it purely. They might have intended it to be an act of disgrace or an act of disgusting it. Right? In fact, they were worshiping the idol in the way that the idol was supposed to be worshipped. I think there are many moments in our lives where we intend one thing, we mean one thing, and it's received as another way. Maybe not a relieving bowels on idol kind of way, but there are many times when we say something that is received poorly, we were joking and it wasn't received as a joke, there was something that we did that was presumed the worst of our actions, and we say, no, you got it all wrong, I didn't mean that, I was just joking, here's what's going on. And what I think the lesson of the Baal Peor really is that we can't let ourselves off by saying, well, I didn't mean it, therefore I have no fault in this at all. It is you who misunderstood me. You're the one who's being sensitive. You're the one who's reading into my actions in ways that I didn't mean it. Therefore, this is a you problem, not a me problem. Because I meant it purely. I'm innocent in the way that I intended. But with Baal Peor, it doesn't matter that you might have meant it well, right? It's how it's received and how they act in the way that it is in the larger experience of those around us. And particularly relevant for the worship of Baal Peor is even though the Israelites might have meant it whatever disgraceful way that they did, right, according to the sages, it still is an affront to God, and God says, hey, that's not how it's received, this is a problem. And I think we can be thinking about in our own lives, how can we hold ourselves accountable, right? And it's not just about making mistakes. We all make mistakes, right? It's about when we make a mistake, we're received wrong. And when we say, you know what, I don't think that, I meant it well. I don't think I made a mistake. I'm not owning up to this. This is a other people kind of problem. I think Baal Peor says no, right? This incident of Baal Peor, well, we have to own up to it, that we have to be intentional with our actions, and not only in what we need inside, but how it is received by others. So as we go forth through this Shabbat, as you, usually I would say think about these words throughout the week. I don't know how much I want you thinking about this particular instance, but as we are thinking about how our actions are received and the point of ritual, and the point of religion, and the point of all of these things in our life, right? More than just doing ritual for the sake of ritual, and more than just kind of doing things and going through the actions, I think our intentions really do matter. And what I want to push us further to think about is not just our own intentions of how they reflect on the inside for us and how we know them to be, but also about how others are perceiving them and how they exist in the ecosystem and the community in which we put ourselves, our actions, our words into. And perhaps if we can be as intentional with the words that we choose, reflecting our intentions, if we can be as intentional with how we giving attention to how other people are receiving it, right? How other people are perceiving what we need, right? And saying, you know, even if I was misunderstood, recognizing that we have a responsibility, that we have accountability, saying, well, part of this is how I presented myself. I think we can also take moments to be more intentional with how it could be received in the larger community as well, and perhaps learn some obscure, deeper lesson about what perhaps this whole incident with the Moabites and the Midianites and the war might be all about. Well, we are going to welcome Shabbat with the Psalm for Shabbat on page 27 and move on to 28. Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbat Tov Levodo Hashem Tov Levodo Adonai Ulezamer Ulezamer Leshimba Yon Tov Levodo Adonai Hagid Baboker Vasecha Hagid Baboker Vasecha Nemunacha Halelot Nemunacha Halelot Vo'odu Adonai. Sadikata Marira Yashar Adonai Mitod Ma'im Rabim Adirim Mishpereya Madir Maramadana Totakavendu Meod Lecha Nabakot Eshanai Leorek Yami. And we take opportunity to recall the yard sites being observed this season of the year. Today we recall the yard sites of George Owen, Bo Farrow, Joseph Malone, Harriet Irwin, Robert Skirble, and Earth Spector. This week we recall the yard sites of Gloria Zell, Howard Greenstein, Jennifer Lapidus, Charles Scoble, Rachel Luto, Carlin Portland, Manfred Eichholz, Jack Gildar, Arnold Marks, Joseph Perling, Alice Shapiro, Sidney Stanley, Milton Schwartz, Irvin Asher, Marty Bunkin, Adeline Burgess, Ruth Force, Howard Galt, George Goldstein, Jacob Sloan, Ernie Wachtel, Renee Wachtel, Joseph Weitzman, Michael Gold, Helen Mentor, Jonathan Salzberg, Dorothy Samuels, Deborah Sonnenschein, Hyman Barry, Irving Skolnick, and Herbert Strelson. We'll keep all of those names in our prayers. We rise and begin with the orders of the yard site with orders 5 Mikadash Meirah, Almighty Brother, say the Abnimah to say, I told you before, I did for Israel, I love this man, I read from me, H. Meirah, Barak, the Lama, Fire. Yitzhak, Yitzhak, Yitzhar, Yitzhamam, Yitzhasei, Yitzhadar, Yitzhalel, Yitzhalal, Snake, Yitzhak, Leila, Yinkol, Berchazah, Shirazah, Titzvah, Rekhamata, Mirandel, Mavi, Bru, Mavi, Ye'eh, Salama, Rava, Yitzhamaya, Ayim, Ainu, El, O Yisrael, Bru, Mavi, Oseh, Shalom, B'Ramah, Hallelujah, says Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Yisrael, Hebrew, Amen. As we're standing, we'll have a call to worship as we begin our evening service, page 39. Baruch Hu Adonai Hamevorach. Umaviriyo ve'evi laila, maviliyo moving laila, Adonai, Tzavot, Shemo, Chayvayam, Tamimo, Alilu, Leolam, Kaed, Barakat, Adonai, Hamari, Baravi. 840. Avad Olam, Beit Yisrael, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'afta Adonai Elohecha, Le'ol Le'ol Ve'hayu Adonai Ma'aseh, Asher Anochi Le'tavcha, Yom Ha'lecha. Veshimata Amanecha Vedivarta Veshidecha Vetecha Upatecha Vateref Ushokecha Mecha Usertam Leos Yetecha Ayodata Pod Veginecha Utata Amtitero Vetecha Uisharecha. Yaakov, Yisrael, Ashkimi, Duanatimo Shalom, Amidima, Kaim, the process, Kaxoneta, maybe some of the children, Ushmortitinu, Uloidilapimu, Shalom Yetaviadula, Prostalisuka Shalom Aka, Barkas Adonai, Aparesuka Shalom Aleva, Olo Israel, Yal, Yerushalayim. So rise, page 46. Veshamru B'nai Israel, Hashaman, Asolu Hashaman, Letorus Meritola, Veshamru B'nai Israel, Hashaman, Asolu Hashaman. Letorus Meritola, Israel, O Tilela, O Tilela, O Tilela, Neshamru, B'nai Israel, Hashama, Asadu, Hashama, Letorus Meritola, Yisheshem Yamim, Atayim, El Hashamayim, Ve'etzaretz, Shamru, B'nai Israel, Hashaman, Asod, Hashaman, Letorus Meritola, Shabbat Leinapas, Shabbat Leinapas, Shabbat Leinapas, Veshamru, B'nai Israel, Hashaman, Asod, Hashaman, Letorus Meritola, Mikada, Shneiraka, Mami Rakirute, Yami Mafute, Israel, That's individually is 47 through 50. If you're still in the middle of your first one, you got to take a long review, go to page 53. Ulu Hashemayim ve'aretz v'kol ze'lam V'elohim v'yorashivim elachto asher asa V'yishpot v'yorashivim mikom elachto asher asa V'yivarech Elohim et yorashivim V'yivate shoto Yivo Shabbat mikom elachto Asher bara Elohim aso Adonai Elohim lo Avotinu lo Abraham lo Yitzchak lo Yaakov lo Yitzhak lo Rivka lo Rachel lo Leah El Hagadol Hagibor B'Hadara El Elyon V'Shamayim V'Aretz Magin Avot V'Imaro Mechayim Eitim V'Ma'amaro El Hagadol Sheikamohu Ameiach Le'amo Be'yom Shabbat Kodsho Ilam Rata L'Haniach Lahem Ve'Matnana Lo Yirah V'Mavad Ve'Lo Lishmos B'Chol Yom Tamid Ve'Einav Brachot Elonah Adonai Shalom V'Kadesh HaShabbat U'Marech Sheli U'Binyah B'Kedusha Le'am B'Dushnei Odeh Sefer L'Maseh Rishit Eloheinu Elohei Aloteinu Resed V'Kavotenu Ha'Hashem B'Mitzvotecha V'Tein Malkeinu B'Toratecha Zameinu B'Shuvatecha V'Zameinu B'Shuvatecha V'Taner B'Meinu Ve'Otecha Seyen Yitran B'Leinu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'Ahavut Ratzon Shabbat Moshe Ve'Anu Yisrael Ve'Mekadesh Shevet Baruch Ve'Mekadesh Shabbat Yigalam Yashem Rabbi Yigalam Yashem Yigalam Page 55. Zabri, Baruch Adonai, Elohim Haolam, Borei Zeriyah Baruch Adonai, Elohim Melech Haolam, Asher Yishanu Mitzvotav V'Ratzavanu, V'Shabbat Kosho V'Yalahu Krason Yitilanu, Tikakro V'Maseh Reshit, Yuyom Tehimah V'Yikahei Rodeh, Zecher Yitziat Mitzrayim, Imanu B'Arza, V'Tzanu Kidashta, V'Kol Ha'adim, V'Shabbat Kodshecha, V'Yahavut Rasami, Adonai Kadesh Shabbat. Page 56. Leila Shabbat Allah Shalom Matom, Shekula, Yotse, Hello, Asamu, Arato, Hello, Tamadu, Tama, Hello, Sam, Kami, Ryan, they go roughly to the Hona, and up to go, we shall not be more deep. In the Netherlands, Molly, Amati, Magatus, Faru. If you look at the name of the Lord, Ikadal di kadash meraba, Eola di roth pirate, Eola Pafate, Eola di Paid, Obey Israel, Galado Bisman Kari, Rum Ahe, Raba Magara, El Mel Maya, Itvaraf, Ishtabaf, Itvar, Itramam, Itase, Itadar, Italeb, Itamal, Pedikushab, Rego. Leila Miko Verkata Shirata Tushbekata Benefamata Dabiram Bel Abi Bru Amen. Ishma Rafa Mishmaya Shekaim Alinu Vel Israel Bibru Amen. Said Shalom Bibrahma Uya said Shalom Alinu Vel Israel Bibru Amen. Maybe seated. A couple of announcements. First, with great status, we know the passing of Herbert Grossman, father of Herb Grossman, and Jenna and Frankie Grossman. We also want a few announcements of things that are coming up. If you know anyone who is 5 and younger, we're going to the Splash Pad this Sunday, late in the morning at 11 at Linwood Park Splash Pad. The 20s and 30s are spending an evening on the Chattahoochee River with Rabbi Bright and her Todd Cooper on Sunday, July 20th in the evening, 5 to 7. Drinks, river, dog friendly, houses, trailhead, etc. We also we have Tisha B'Av is around the corner on August 2nd, into Saturday, August 2nd in the evening into Sunday, August 3rd. There's learning and there's opportunities including a movie screening and discussion. But I will note that as similarly to Tisha B'Av season, it really ramps up the, believe it or not, the high holidays. And we have a community read, an opportunity to really be able to sharpen our own spiritual experience of the high holidays and the time of really taking accountability for ourselves and what does it really mean and how do we really bring intentionality to our actions and into the time of year. So that community read is the book, quote, "This is real and you are completely unprepared," end quote, by Rabbi Alan Liu. And we have sessions on Saturday evenings and on Thursdays at 10:30 a.m., which conveniently is after Backpack Buddies, to those who help feed those in our community. We do both. For first schedule learning, and if you want to purchase the book, all that is online as well. And then the end of summer is nigh. And then we have a Be Together Bash on August 17th for inflatable fun, activities for little ones, and ice cream for all. So if you don't like inflatables, come for the ice cream. Also, I missed it. If you know anyone who is expecting, there's a Mazel Tov class for new parents, first time expecting parents, that is beginning a group on Mondays and a group on Tuesdays that is upcoming. So if you're interested, email Rabbi Alan. If you know someone's interested, email them. Awesome. All right, we are going to conclude with Shalom Aleichem on page 74, followed by Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharim, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Hamakim Atados Baruch. Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech Malachei Amakim, Akados Baruch Hu. Mimelech Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech Malachei Amakim, Akados Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Mimelech Malachei Amakim, Akados Baruch Hu. Also, if you before you run out, take an opportunity to give a free Shabbat Shalom to perhaps someone you didn't have an opportunity to say Shabbat Shalom to yet. I'm really happy to see everyone. Glad you're out here. All right. Let's see. Sure. All right.